The Colonists tells a tale of robots who dream of being independent, of becoming human even, after seeing the many ways in which their human masters on Earth have mistreated them. So they take to space to find their new home and establish their own colony, but it turns out they're not alone. Here's 3 reasons why you need to play The Colonists. Hey guys, it's Cody with Indie Game Pulse. Let's get right into it. Right off the bat, and fairly obvious, you need to play The Colonists for its cute robots. I found it especially endearing that each robot has its own purpose in the colony, and for every new establishment which you build, from a simple well to a sheep or cow farm, there's a specific robot which your spaceship will print just for that position. They also come with names, which is awesome. Now you may be thinking, how truly independent are these robots if they're still being controlled by you, a human player? Well, technically, you play as a drone bot overseeing all the construction, organization, and other operations of the new colony. This also works into the mechanics of the game too, since the further from your spaceship a new building is raised, the longer it takes that individual robot to get there. If you build a lumberjack's hut right next to the spaceship, for instance, it will be manned immediately. But if you build a watchtower on the edge of your settlement with the intent to expand your area, then it may be a few minutes before your guard bot mans his post. When you build roads and paths, one carry bot will man the area between the road posts. This is how supplies get from one location to another, and these carry bots act as links in a supply chain, which is mesmerizing to watch once you have your colony set up and running smoothly, which I didn't most of the time. The user interface though, which we'll talk about more in a minute, will give you real-time information on how efficiently your robots are working, how many roads are currently blocked with too many supplies, and how often supplies are delivered on time, and these can all help to point you in the direction of bettering your settlement. One addition that will be included in the console release is hats to equip to your robots to make them even more adorable. Reason number 2 that you need to play is the variety of engaging game modes. While the game is entirely single player, there are a lot of different ways to have fun here, whether you like the directed, objective-based approach in the campaign, or maybe you want to colonize to your heart's content in the sandbox mode. Let's quickly go through everything the Colonists has to offer in this regard. I personally spent most of my time in the campaign mode, and it's where you learn the tutorial and controls. You could probably get by with only playing the first mission and intuit the rest if you so choose, but as you continue the campaign, the game gradually gives you more insight into the user interface and how to optimize your colony. The third campaign mission can even introduce enemy AI that you'll fight against using your sentry bots. From the main menu, you can also choose a random map to be shuttled into and begin your new colony, choosing different random seeds and adjusting parameters like the amount of water and trees. Or you can choose from a list of custom created maps, which also include a user rating to help you choose. If you're the creative type, you can even create your own map. And then the sandbox mode gives you full control over every parameter of any map, campaign or custom made, allowing you to turn on options like free construction or turn off fog of war, which limits the scope of what you can see depending on the size of your colony. 2 more time-based game modes are left, and these are challenges and frontiers. Challenges never expire and are 4 specific maps with different objectives, and your goal is to complete the task within the times listed for either a gold, silver, or bronze award. These are things like racing to build a boat or research every single technology at the workshop. Frontiers, on the other hand, takes things a couple steps further in that each frontier challenge is only available for 1 month, and it gives you a global leaderboard to track who's completed it the fastest and how you measure up to the competition. There is a lot of variety in the Colonists overall to keep you engaged and just coming back over and over again for more. If you're enjoying the video so far and want to find the newest and best indie games and hear genuine reviews from an indie game fanatic like yourself, click subscribe and the notification bell to make sure you don't miss another video. And the third reason why you should play The Colonists is its polished user interface. I know you might be thinking, how can the user interface really be a reason to play the game? But let me tell you, there is so much going on in The Colonists, like other RTS or colony sim games, and the user interface here makes it so much more interesting and easy to follow. First off, as I mentioned earlier, always present on the top middle of your screen are the 3 main efficiency markers: overall productivity, number of roads currently blocked, and percentage of on-time deliveries. Moving to the top left, you have full-scale productivity and demand charts and graphs, as well as a handy campaign objective tracker, and even a hints tab to get you moving in the right direction. I utilized this a lot when I was beginning the first couple campaigns, and then honestly kind of tapered off into my own methods later on, but it's a really nice and easy way to help get you started. Down in the bottom left is my favorite part of the user interface, and this shows specific resource supply and demand information. A red number will pop up over a category if it needs attention, if you're lacking supplies, and then you can open that to see what resource you're lacking the most and begin addressing the problem. Oftentimes I would look down here and realize how much stone I was lacking for construction, and that I needed to simply build more mines, instead of having to look around the map at each building in order to figure out which resource was lacking. And in the bottom right, you have your build catalog, with some items being locked until they are researched. I played on keyboard and mouse, and you can also use the number keys to quickly navigate through this build menu. That being said, the console version will be using redesigned controls and an enhanced user interface to make the game more accessible and fun for players using a controller. Based on what I've seen on the PC version, I can only imagine that the console version will be very thorough, but also easy to navigate and use. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you very much to my 671 subscribers for your support, and I look forward to getting to know more of you soon. For more top indie game countdowns and reviews, check out the videos on your screen now, and I'll see you on the other side.